Okay, we got another unboxing. This is for Queen Audio. I have the Queen Audio QM40, which is something that is probably going to be on my top 5, the next one that I do. I'm actually going to do a top 5 and then do plus 5, which would be a top 10 list basically. There's just too much good stuff to not do that. It's become kind of ridiculous. I'm hand requesting certain stuff, so this is what it comes to. There's a lot of good stuff. This is Queen Audio, and this would be the 2BA version. They've got, I believe, 2, maybe 3. They've definitely got the 4, and I think they got 5 and maybe 7. They've gotten a lot. Another company that not a lot of people knew about, like Fearless. I thought the ones that I've tried already are really, really exceptional. Open up the box. Queen Audio, we've got a nice thank you card. Explaining what is the impedance. Oh, 10 ohm, I think that's what that says, which would make it, I think, the same as yesterday's Fearless 2BA. So this would be something that I would compare with that anyway, because they're both 2BAs. Also get a card for service if you get an issue. We've got the cloth. Got the logo on it. No, okay. And 3 sets of tips. One of them is like a comply foam. Another is like a narrow bore, and looks the same actually, these two. Got your keep it dry, an adapter, and then we've got another set of tips, triple flange, small, and this would be probably the red one, says which would I would take. I actually like these. I like the blue ones that come with some of these Tri-Fis that I've been getting recently. And then you've got the IEMs themselves. Go ahead and close that down. Queen Audio. Open it up. And wow. That is pretty. Let's get other people's DNA off of that, just because of OCD. That is kind of nice. I kind of like that. I'm digging that. It's got big tips on it already. Well, that's very rare. They usually put medium on. These look like large. This is, let me go ahead and take this out. Remember, it's a 2-pin as well, so not MMMCX. I can see one of the BAs right there, and I did the video last night, and when I watched it on YouTube, I got a better view than what I get through this camera. So okay, those are two, they're right there. Okay. Be interesting to graph this out and see how it is. The positioning of the Fearless 2BAs is, so they got a larger low frequency BA, or low mid, and it's kind of laid side by side with one of them being like this because it's a smaller BA. So it's kind of interesting lineup, and it actually sounds good. I like that set. These look beautiful. Again, another company, Fearless Audio, I think debuted on the Western world on February 11th. Queen Audio was not that long ago. That's a nice, that they do good work. I'm a huge fan of the, again, this would be, that's a single bore, yeah? Yeah, it's a single one. So like the Interesting that this came by total coincidence at very close to the same time as the Fearless 2BA, because I can compare the two of these directly. I definitely think that the Fearless is probably going to present more low end because of that larger driver, while this has what look like two mid drivers actually, or treble. The Fearless looks like it has a low mid or low and then a mid high. Maybe a Sonyan and something else, I'm not sure. But the other one by this company I think is absolutely outstanding. I love the tuning of it. So this is Queen Audio. This is the QM20. I believe I'm gonna have to check the net for info about price. I'll put a link to, this is LINSOUL, underneath the video, and I'll give thoughts on the Fearless Pearl, and then I'll follow up with this and then compare the two, because they're two BAs by two really good companies that are relatively, actually very new to most of the people in the Western world. Really nice. I like it. Good job. If it sounds as good as it looks, it's going to be a winner. But first up is going to be the Fearless 2BA, and then this will be coming up. That looks nice. Chi-Fi's killing it, are they not? I see a lot of people talking about, you know, Chi-Fi's catching up to top of the line stuff. I think that that's really been happening, but reviewers want to keep their stuff in levels because it's in their interest to do so, and companies want them to do that. So there's motivation to say that there's a $1,000 set that sounds better than, let's say, S8F, which is $500. There's reasons that are obvious that you do not need to state to make it seem like there are actually tangible, audible differences between a set like the S8F and a name your $1,000 set. I don't hear it. That's why I'm always playing with DAPs and not with IEM so much. So the Queen Audio QM40 is quite impressive. The Fearless Audios are really, really good, and they're catching on. I think reviews, but by reviewers, are kind of dying in their value, because so many people kind of did it when Head-Fi switched platforms that everybody's a reviewer now. And if an item comes out and people who pay money start to get it before a lot of reviewers do, that IEM kind of gets a hold in the mind of the public deeper than it does if 3 or 4 elite reviewers review it first, because people are going to say, okay, I'm going to wait for some feedback from some paying owners. It's been like that for years, but I think that's really happening now. So I just segued very poorly into something not related, but you know, if everybody was so clever, why is BGVP and Fearless and Queen Audio, like this company, so unknown? Because these people didn't really start the promotional stuff, or they didn't get it, or they didn't think, or they didn't have a connection. I don't know. The stuff that you hear and the stuff that you hear about is not an indication of which one's good or not, because otherwise Fearless wouldn't be nearly as good as they are, because nobody knew about them outside of China and some other Southeast Asian countries, and they kick ass now. They've been kicking ass, nobody knew about them. So I said about a month ago I'm going to keep trying to look for these gems, and it's becoming easier than I thought. Like finding stuff that's tuned well, built well, can be customized. I'm not sure about Queen Audio, but Fearless, and it's spreading like fire right now, because people that are really into enjoying music are kind of discovering it. So I'm about to come up on 10 minutes, and I'll cut this short. So Queen Audio is another company that is just waiting to be listened to. I don't know if this is a set that I'm going to be saying, yeah, this is great. But the QM40, I can already say I love that set. I think it's really, really good. And again, when I checked the internet for Queen Audio a month and a half ago. There was like 2 pictures from Tabao or something like that. There was absolutely nothing out there. So I'm going to keep pushing and keep trying, and with the help of an important person, try to keep finding this stuff, because it's out there. Really good stuff that you've never heard of in your life. Queen Audio. Review will be coming. Fearless will be the next one, but this will be following after that, plus a compare. And I'm out.
Shows live on stage with hoes yelling my name. To be precise, ripping mics